One thing that we can all agree on is 2020 sucks, but it's almost over. What if you start off 2021 with a new ride? Good morning everybody, Dad Bod Season here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on a review that I already did, but I did the installation of the REMARK EXHAUST Exhaust. So now I'm going to do a review about what it's like about 6 to 7 months after. Pretty much just having it for 6 to 7 months, seeing what it actually, if it's still holding up, what it sounds like, if it's annoying, all that stuff. Because when you first get stuff, you're like, oh, this is awesome. But after you drive it, put a lot of miles on it, you're like, well, maybe there's some faults. So we're going to go over all of that today, and we're going to start out with the cold start. Alrighty, so this is what it sounds like. Obviously, in the cold start, it's not like extremely loud where it's going to like blow out your eardrums. It's loud enough. Really, it actually is kind of loud. But nice little rumble just going. And it'll just die down and give it like 10 minutes once it warms up. And then we're going to go take this thing out. We're going to do some inside the cab shots. So what it sounds like while you're driving inside. And then we're also going to do some drive-by. So we'll get you guys to be able to see all that. And then after we do all those so you can hear everything, that's all you really care about, then I'll go on and I'll explain, you know, what it's actually like to have this on and drive it pretty much every day for 6 months, all the pros and cons to it. So I'll see you guys out there. All right, so the car's warmed up now, so this is what it sounds like once it's all warmed up. It's really not bad at all. It's just a nice low rumble, which is awesome. It's awesome, especially, you know, it's cool to have a really loud car, but you don't want loud all the time for your daily driving it, honestly. I mean, some people do. I like it loud, but again, I have a 1-year-old, so I can't do like it obnoxiously loud. Not on this car, at least. Hopefully Mr. Copper over there, you know, doesn't come after me. I don't see him moving, just in case. Oops, my bad. Real quick, before we get back to the rest of the video, I just want to give you guys, just to let you know, if you are new to this channel, this is my 2019 Subaru STI. It is a giveaway car right now, so if you head to dadbodseason.com, you grab any merch, it is $1 that you spend, gets you 1 entry to win this car. So, say you spend $10, it's 10 entries, right like that. Make sure that you check the Instagram at dadbodseason610, because I'll post on there that we're doing multipliers sometimes. So we just did 5 times. We had it 2 times going. So make sure you're checking in on that, because then if you buying during those periods, say it's 2 times, instead of getting 10 entries for $10, you get 20 entries for $10. So it really pays to follow Instagram, keep track of it. There's no games with this, anything like that. It's every dollar you spend, you get an entry. Okay, very simple. Definitely go enter. It's going to be a good time. But now let's get back to the video. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed those clips. So living with this thing day to day, it's not bad. I mean, really it's not. Highway speed, you get a little droney. That's like around like 80, 85, like, and it's even like not that bad for like when you first hit it, it's fine, but like it's like when you're on the highway for like an hour at a time, or like obviously more. I mean, I drive this thing hours easily. Normally like 2-hour drives everywhere I go. So yeah, that's when it gets a little droney. But it's not bad. It's not like it's beating your brains out or anything like that. It's all around. It's nice. And the thing I like about it most is that it is kind of quiet once it's warmed up until you want to get on it. So it's like people are like, oh, okay, like it sounds like it should. It really sounds like it should from the factory. And it's all nice. And then once you open it up, then you get all the sound. That's what I love about it. I absolutely love that about this car. Well, especially about this exhaust that's on it. And it's not that expensive. I mean, for what you're getting, it's really not bad. Again, I just have the REMARK axle back. It's the 4-inch Muffler delete. And I love it. I love it. It's 4-inch tips. I really do love it. I mean, they're holding up great. I went under there and I checked to make sure everything was still tight and stuff like that. I mean, they look good. I mean, they're a little black now, but you know, that's okay. But they look really good. They hold up, and all in all, I would definitely recommend you guys getting them. Alright, so I just went over the footage and I realized that 90% of the time when I start my car, I start it inside the garage. That's where the car is. And in the footage, I didn't show you guys what it's like when you start inside the garage. So obviously the car is cold now, so I'm gonna start it, move it in here. It'll still be relatively cold, just moving it like 15 feet. And I'll bring it in here, and then I'll do another cold start while it's in here to show you guys what it would sound like if you had the car in your garage. And because a lot of people are worried about like what their neighbors would think, you know, if you're waking up early in the morning, taking it to work, something like that. You want to know kind of how loud it's going to be in the garage. So I'll do it while you're in the garage, and then I'll also do it outside of the garage, so you can kind of get a little bit of both. If that works for you guys. So obviously, as you guys can see, it's honestly a little loud for inside the garage when you first do a cold start. But then I'm gonna walk to my house, which is about 25 feet away from the garage, and we'll see what you guys hear then. So right now, I'm about 25 feet away from my garage. You see the Subi that's back right there. Really not that loud. So it's really fine. It's not gonna wake up the neighbors or anything like that if you gotta leave for work early, like I do. I leave at like 4:30 in the morning every day. So trust me, if my car was loud, my neighbors would not be happy with me, but I have no problem with neighbors because they say that they can't even hear it. So I don't know whether they're heavy sleepers or what, but they can't even hear the car when I start it, so that's awesome. Now once you get into the garage, it's a little different story. Obviously back here is gonna be a little bit louder. But it's really not that bad. All in all, it's really not that bad. It sounds good, and once it's warmed up, you're golden. Like, I mean, because everybody knows that with these cars, you really need to let them warm all the way up before you drive them. You're supposed to, at least. So it's kind of like once you're driving, it's really not that loud. So it's good. Well, unless you want to get on it. Once you hit like 3,000 RPM and go, be ready for it to be nice and loud. And two, with this exhaust, what I've noticed is right around $3,000. If you go up to $3,000 and you let off a little bit, that's when she likes to pop, and it pops perfectly. You know, it's not like a machine gun going off, but it's a nice little subtle couple pops. Now, if you want it to be loud, you can really rev it up, do a nice quick couple revs, and that thing just, I mean, it's great. It's awesome. But when you don't want it to be, it's perfect. When you do want it to be loud, you're golden. So if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you smash that like button. Definitely subscribe. Tell everyone you know to join the Dad Bod Season train. Join the Dad Bod Season family. Buy some merch. Get entered to win my STI. and I will see you guys next time. Dad bod season out. One thing that we can all agree on is 2020 sucks, but it's almost over. What if you start off 2021 with a new ride?